What's up, YouTube? My name is Vinc3ntius, also known as Vinc3ntius Music, here with my beautiful fiance,
Becca.
And we are Real Reactions. Blah. What's up, YouTube? Thanks for coming to our channel today. Real Reactions here. Today we're getting back into some of my music. On my artist channel, there's a lyric video for Methylphenidate released 4 years ago with 116 views. Someone messaged me, I think on Instagram, or maybe it was here in the comment section. No, I forget what it was, but someone sent me a clip of Methylphenidate and asked me if I was, they're like, wait, so you regularly take, like, what's it fucking called, Ritalin, and, like, what's the other one?
I don't know.
That people take when they fucking have ADD and all that shit?
Adderall.
Yeah, so, because Methylphenidate is the active ingredient in Ritalin. And he's like, yeah, that's what he said. He sent me a Google image of Methylphenidate on Google and said, this is the active ingredient in Ritalin. He said, so you just take Ritalin and write music? Is that what you're like trying to portray here? And I gave him a brief description of where I was in my mind when I wrote the song, but it just got me thinking about Becca, like watching the lyric video and talking about it and stuff. So then I tagged Real Reactions, told him to go subscribe, and he said, keep an eye out for this video. So okay. I think it'd be cool. And yeah, where the fuck? I think it goes this way, actually. Yeah.
Isn't there usually like an R and a L?
I had the idea for the song in my... There is, but I can never find them.
It's okay.
I had the idea for the song in my head for a long time, but I never knew how I was gonna like actually write it out. And then when I found this beat, it just, I don't know, I just was like, this is it. So I found out how to do it. It's pretty cool. So let's get it, man. Methylphenidate.
Sit down and be calm is what Miss Doyle tried teaching me. Should've heightened your frequency if you really wanna speak to me leisurely. Calling me a bad kid, always causing static, psychopathic friction. Claiming I need to stop moving around and sit still. Maybe I should just take a pill. Nah, bitch, I'm just everything you were missing. Oh, I'm gonna have a speech impediment cause of my lack of discipline. Listen, no one, not you or my folks are gonna put a word in my mouth or a thought in my brain. I have high hopes, just trying to maintain this amount of mental discipline I've acquired over the years. Never needed pills to overcome my fears. I need pillows for my lucid dreams.
Okay, so, it's
kind of quiet.
I mean, to just simplify it, your teachers and the people around you growing up always told you to, like, calm down. Like, telling you that you needed this pill to make you better, right? To make you focus. And you didn't, just because you were at a higher frequency than them. And then I need pillows for my lucid dreams. It's because, like, you go to a place in your dreams, right? Like, you're able to lucid dream. And people that do lucid dream, it's like, it takes time, and it's a skill that you have to acquire over the years, right? And, like, knowing you and knowing that, like, you did jiu-jitsu, it's like the discipline. Like, you're really good with your mind. You don't need pills. You just need to organize it a certain way, right?
Yeah.
Is that pretty much it?
Yeah. Ritalin. I was on Ritalin as a kid, though, because they told me I needed it.
But you knew you didn't.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you knew how it made you feel, and you knew that it changed you, like, made you a zombie. And so when you got older and you were able to make that decision for yourself, or when did you get taken off of Ritalin?
Well, I started taking it in, like, the end of 7th grade. And then when I started 8th grade, I would stop taking them. I just would take them to school. Or I'd go to the nurse and, like, fake
pretend
it, or
it,
cry, or something. Do whatever.
Or cry or something.
Sometimes I'd just cry, and she wouldn't make me take it.
Huh. Face everything that causes tears, just trying to find out.
Sorry, I didn't go back yet.
I have high hopes, just trying to maintain this amount of mental discipline I've acquired over the years. Never needed pills to overcome my fears. I need pillows for my lucid dreams to face everything that causes tears. Just trying to find out this universe where I fit in. And that's where my Ritalin kicked in. Floating over all my insecurities until I finally fit in. Definitely don't miss the meds.
And right there, that's you becoming a zombie, right?
Yeah. Floating over all my insecurities, because you're supposed to face that type of stuff.
Right. But you weren't. You were just taking the Ritalin to relax you, right?
Yeah.
Where I fit in, and that's where my Ritalin kicked in. Floating over all my insecurities until I finally fit in. Definitely don't miss the meds. If I'm being honest, when I'm laying in my bed, think about how much easier it is when my Ritalin kicked in. Puzzle piecing all my insecurities until I finally fit in. Definitely don't miss the meds, but if I'm being honest, when I'm laying in my bed, I think about how much easier it is. Just pop a tab and get up out of my own head. Just kill yourself. I don't wanna die, but at the same time, my heart is racing, my mind pacing. You couldn't undergo what I'm facing. Shit don't make me happy, it just makes me adjacently complacent. Willing to walk away instead of face it. Facing all my demons is a must. Evaporating all my demons with this 9 when I bust. Verbal assault rounds underground breaking. I know it ain't much already dealing with a demon. I could face a bunch, maybe.
Brady Bunch?
Yeah.
Did you do that on purpose?
Yeah.
Complacent, willing to walk away instead of face it. Facing all my demons is a must. Evaporating all my demons with this 9 when I bust. Verbal assault rounds under. Simply complacent, willing to walk away instead of face it. Facing all my demons is a must. Evaporating all my demons with this 9 when I bust. Verbal assault rounds underground breaking.
Facing all my demons is a must. Evaporating all my demons with this 9 before I bust.
When I bust.
When you bust. Okay, so explain.
When I bust verbal assault rounds underground. Because my music's never gonna be mainstream. Because I don't want that. I hope not. I hope it never catches mainstream vibes. But verbal assault round. My verbal assault rounds kill my demons because I'm able to write in my journals and face my stuff.
It's like therapy for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rating all my demons with this 9 when I bust. Verbal assault rounds underground breaking. I know it ain't much already dealing with a demon. I could face a bunch maybe. Hoping someone saves me, knowing that's not the case. Hardened men, I gotta save myself again. Manipulate this pattern pen from a darkened den. Yes, we are savage, but there's hardened men. Trust me when I say there's more to life than some realistic fiction. Reading through this book of life, trying to figure it out where it is that I fit in. When I pop that Ritalin, riddle me this: how does the giraffe get to the zoo with the lion in the kangaroo's pouch on wheels if the elevator can't levitate them to their destination? And wait, what the fuck? And that's when my Ritalin kicked in, floating over all my insecurities until I finally.
That part right there about the elevators to the zoo, that is your brain before you take the Ritalin.
Yeah.
And then once you take the Ritalin, it's nothing. It's calm.
Yeah.
So you do know what my brain is like. You always I am so all over the place, right? Like, I'll start the dishes, and then halfway through the dishes, I'll be like, oh my gosh, I have to switch the laundry. And then I'll go to switch the laundry, and then I'll walk past the garbage, and I'll realize that I need to vacuum the floor, right? So then now I'm vacuuming the floor and not doing the dishes.
That's funny.
And what you do, the difference is that I have not disciplined my brain enough to be able to organize it in cupboards and cabinets, and you have.
Yeah.
That's it.
Mental discipline.
Okay.
Manipulate this pattern pen from a darkened den. Yes, we are savage, but there's hardened men. Trust me when I say there's more to life than some realistic fiction. Reading through this book of life, trying to figure it out where it is that I fit in. When I pop that Ritalin, riddle me this: how does the giraffe get to the zoo with the lion in the kangaroo's pouch on wheels if the elevator can't levitate them to their destination? And wait, what the fuck? And that's when my Ritalin kicked in, floating over all my insecurities until I finally fit in. Definitely don't miss the meds. If I'm being honest, when I'm laying in my bed, think about how much easier it is when my Ritalin kicked in. Puzzle piecing all my insecurities until I finally fit in. Definitely don't miss the meds, but if I'm being honest, when I'm laying in my bed, I think about how much easier it is. Just pop a tab and get up out of my own head. Just kill yourself. I don't wanna die, but at the same time, my heart is racing, my mind pacing. You couldn't undergo what I'm facing. Shit don't make me happy, it just makes me adjacently complacent. Willing to walk away instead of face it.
Hell yeah.
I don't think you needed all the ad lib thingies that you added.
Well, here's the thing. The album is called Mr. Fraser.
I probably said that when he made it too.
Probably. And Mr. Fraser is myself, Vinny, actually creating an album. And I put Vinc3ntius in the back seat. And Vinc3ntius is like the confident version of me, the best version of me, the one that puts me down.
And Vinc3ntius is so the
he's the
ad-lib ones
ad-libs.
are the one that's
He's the
talking
one
to
telling
you.
me to kill myself, telling me to not be a pussy and to go face that shit. And I'm on this song basically still not facing it, but I'm facing it through writing these lyrics in my own way. And he's telling me to face it.
And he's a very introverted person. Like, he'd much rather just be by himself.
I love people.
No, he doesn't. He'd much rather be by himself, doing his own thing, filling his cup, instead of in a room full of people that he doesn't even want to be around.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even fake it, man. He doesn't even walk into the room and go, "Hey, what's up, guys?
Sometimes
How you
I do.
doing?" He will walk in like this
Sometimes I
and
do.
hide in the corner.
That's not always true. But yeah, Methylphenidate. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Head over to my artist channel, Vinc3ntius Music. Show that video some love. And comment below. Give us your thoughts, I guess.
So, in an all-around nutshell thingy, mabobber, the song's talking about just mental discipline, right?
Yeah.
That's it.
having
So he's
mental
not just
discipline.
talking about like popping Ritalin and to write songs and do this thing, right? Like he's literally talking about like you don't need meds to focus and to get your brain, like you need to focus. You need to hone in on those things that you don't have all over the place and figure out a spot for them, right?
Yeah.
And like really work through them and face them instead of just taking a pill to numb it all and then over years and years and years you're just becoming this zombie that doesn't deal with your problems or your brain.
Yeah.
Now that's going to be diverse because some people are going to be like, well, I actually need it. You know, it's going to be a lot of stuff in the comments about how like...
Yeah, of course, but
When I
you
took
can always
Adderall-
get mental discipline over anything that you need medication for.
Yeah.
Unless you're taking like something natural, you know, then that's different. But because there's natural remedies that come from earth that are just amazing for the body and for the mind. But
Well, and if you take things out of your diet too, like everything we
it's
eat,
true.
everything we're around, everything.
yeah, man, I was fed the worst stuff, man, growing up. Like, and then my parents didn't even know. And I'm just learning this the past few years. You know, we're learning it and trying to get it out of our kids' diets and stuff.
All
But,
the dyes and all this
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah. But like my stepson, when in my previous relationship, he would be all over the place. You give him food dye, you give him
Yeah.
a lollipop, man, he is bouncing off the walls. But then we'd give him some Alka-Seltzer, and then he would just calm down, you know? So it's not necessarily your brain, but also what you're putting into your body, too.
Yeah, for sure. I wanted to touch on there's like a little, for me anyway, there's like a story in it because, not really a story, I don't know how to say it, but like the hook takes away from the value of what's being said in the verses because it's just so like, I didn't make the hook stand out very strong. It's the same melatonin sound as the verse because the verse is, like the first verse, for example, I'm saying like really important things and then my Ritalin kicks in, right? And so it just shuts off. The hook comes on. It shuts off for a little bit. And then my mind kicks back on and I'm like saying really cool stuff. And then my mind's going so strong on the second verse that it starts veering off because there's so much going on. So you got to get discipline over that. There's so many things that can happen. And then you can just fall behind on what you were doing.
Yeah.
And then
Like the
then
dishes.
the Ritalin kicks in, you know, because that's what would happen when I was a kid. I'd go take that damn Ritalin. Yeah. Anyways. Hope you guys enjoyed that. We'll catch y'all in the next one. Real reactions. We out of here.